Welcome back to Crypto Wealthy channel, guys. In today's video, we're finally going to do a little bit lower time frames analysis on the Bitcoin price, and we're going to see if we can actually trade the Bitcoin here, because soon we're going to see breakout from this pennant, and we need to see if we're going to go to the upside or to the downside. And also, we're going to check out the link, we're going to check the VeChain or Ethereum to see where the trade may go. And we, as I promised on this channel, are going to do live trading and going to analyze that trade every single video until it's closed that position, right? And now, let's begin. So before we even get into the analysis, first I need to tell you thank you very much for over 1K subscribers over here. Very appreciated over here. And also check out the latest video because I think you're going to love it. Over here we have social platform, all-in-one platform. Actually, Apollo currency is going to replace Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, PayPal, dating platforms, and many others. You need to just check out this video. We did a review. Actually, I'm under the contract to not show the beta version of this platform, but the CEO told me that I can show you how this platform looks like. So it's very beautiful to see the whole concept of it. I'm and many other in community are already on this platform, but soon they're going to launch the real version. So make sure to check it out. This is no censorship platform. You can literally post everything except the child pornography or something. So it's going to be freedom of speech, real freedom of speech on this platform when you compare to the Facebook and everything. And also over here, this video over here that you can see is that the Apollo got first verification from the Chain Germany company that confirmed the sharding is working on the Apollo platform without any problems. So make sure to check out this video over here. Sharding is the first thing that the cryptocurrency space saw from Apollo currency. Over here the history has been made. So make sure to check out these two videos. I think you're going to love it because you can be a user both of these platforms over here that they are offering. Now switching to the Bitcoin over here, we are on 4-hourly chart. We can switch to the daily chart to see what is going on, and as you can see, as I told you in the previous video on the analysis, we're going to see consolidation on these levels over here. So as long as we are consolidate and surging towards $16,000, hitting that level all the time, that's good because the bulls have a control over here and they're letting bears take some profits in this consolidation phase over here. Now what we are seeing over here is very healthy, I must say. Even so we are into the overbought zone on the RSI over here. We can zoom in more on 4-hourly chart, and as you can see, we have perfectly good pennant. Now this pennant, or let's say flag, is continuation pattern, which means we should break to the upside. Why? Because continuation patterns from the recent movement on the certain way, and this way in this case scenario is to the upside over here. So as you can see, we were surging to the upside, then one more jump, then you have consolidation over here, and then we should see, you know, by statistically over here, those pennants, those continuation patterns are breaking to the upside usually. So as we can see over here right now, we can go a little bit up over here. We have the zone from 16,000 to 16,500, which is going to be some sort of a little bit barrier before we reach $20,000. If you ask me, I think already today or already tomorrow we're going to see some breakout, and the trade that I would do over here is definitely above level of 16,000, and most probably I'm going to do this on Bybit with some leverage. Yes, you heard me well. Until now, we didn't do leverage trading, but I think over here, if we break $16,000, we're going to see some momentum to the upside, and the Bitcoin could jump over 6,500, which is totally unexpected for some people. So make sure to observe this. It's going to be wild. Last place in this pennant is 12th November. In 17 hours over here. So we're going to see if the Bitcoin will break out from it, you know, today or earlier, or maybe even a little bit late. For now, we are respecting this pennant a lot. If you switch on 1-hourly chart, you can see that is beautiful. I could watch this pennant whole day long. I just love technical analysis, so prepare yourself. The trade that could be made over here is also breakout from the pennant directly over here and from the pennant directly over here on the short position. So if the Bitcoin, because of some miracle or whatever, decides to actually break to the downside over here, you can still trade the short position over here to open position over here. Stop loss should be somewhere around here, and to watch it surging to the downside, finding level of support, testing $14,000, $15,000 or whatever. So we're going to see how the Bitcoin and what Bitcoin will decide to visit before we see higher prices, or those higher prices are going to be the next one, right? Also on the RSI, we can see that we are in a bullish zone over here. We are not in the overbought zone, but we are not also into the below level of 50, which is very important. Bitcoin right now is in consolidation, gathering up the power before it breaks to the overbought zone, right? Now, switching to the VeChain over here, we have some interesting development in the previous 7 days, and that's getting back above level of 20 exponential moving average. And for now, we are finding level of support on it, and we all know that the VeChain is recognized as the trading asset over here with long wicks. So if we're going to trade this, as I told you in the previous video, you should be a little bit more conservative because of the wicks, or you're going to be stopped out a lot over here. So if you're trading VeChain, bear in mind that you're going to be stopped out because of the wicks if your stop loss is not too big over here. So if you are trading like me on 2%, 3%, or even 5%, you're most probably going to be stopped out, because as you can see, in one day you have a lot of volatility when it comes to those wicks. So make sure to be careful. There are still some things to be done before we trade long position over here, and I think that's the breakout of this week over here, which is standing on 0.0128 or 1.2 cents. I'm sorry. This is the reason why I would trade VeChain. If we break this high over here, this that I'm showing you right now, then I think if we find level of support also and bounce to the upside, then the trade could be made over here, and I think it could be very profitable, because when VeChain starts mooning, it's not stopping before some major correction that we had over here. So make sure to observe that also. And watching the relative strength index, we can see that we are above level of 50 again. I hope we are going to stay there and, you know, continue rallying to the upside. We can also switch to the link over here to see what is going on there, and as you can see, we do have some level of resistance over here, and this is the reason why I'm still not into this trade. I want to see breakout of this over here red resistance, and we can see that already today Link managed to make one more high over here. Unfortunately, it's lower high when we compare to this week over here. We are still on the lower high. So what I want to see over here, a little bit consolidation, and then breakout from this ascending triangle in this tunnel over here that we have. So observe, and the price would be 13.65. If we break that week over here, I'm most probably going to put trade maybe on bot that we went through, Madrex bot, where you can actually set your parameters. If you are working or something, you can just put your parameters there to open your position, to close your position, stop losses, to do everything by yourself, by your own strategy, while you are not in your computer. That's one of the reasons why I like Madrex and everything. You can do whatever you want to make sure that the bot do everything that you want to be done, like when you're here by your computer, right? So you can do also manually, but yeah, manually you are a little bit more limited when it comes to the trading, so you would need to be much more on the computer, except if you're not position trader or swing trader, so your trades are taking a lot of time, days or even weeks, then that's something else, and your stop loss should be more conservative, right? Now, one more interesting fact about Ethereum over here. I need to mention Ethereum because on one daily chart we are making good progress when it comes to this flag over here that I'm just drawing you right now. And if we switch on the 4-hourly chart, you know, to make it even better, look, from the first time, perfectly good pennant. So we're going to see breakout on Ethereum. Also, as the Alessio mentioned, he said that the Bitcoin followed Ethereum when it comes to the breaks out in those first episodes, if you remember, when we started to mention Ethereum on the charts much more. Now, the interesting fact over here, look at this pennant, remember its shape over here, and see how much place over here we still have to consolidate, you know, on the side before we see any breakout on the Ethereum. If we switch to the Bitcoin over here, Bitcoin is almost done with consolidation, ladies and gentlemen, which pretty much means that the Bitcoin should break out first and the Ethereum should be the second, which means that that correlation where the Bitcoin follows Ethereum is gone I hope it's really like that, because I really don't like to see Bitcoin following in anything, altcoins or anything. So we're going to see how this will play out in the future, but so far so good for the Ethereum. Also, we are above, a lot above 420, so we may actually find level of support over here to retest this before we see breakout to the upside. But this will be only case if the Ethereum breaks out from this pennant on the bearish side, and also most probably Bitcoin would need to do that also, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to see some parabolic moves in the next days, again, as we saw them in the previous days or so. Now, one thing I can announce over here, if we see some sort of a crazy movement or breakout today, I'm most probably going to make new video, or maybe I'm just going to put some live video on YouTube. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like this sort of content. And we're going to do live trading on live, or we're going to do live trading on the video. I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to show you later in video what I did, why I did, and what is the problem there, what's the analysis and everything. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate for everything you give me over here on this channel. I want to thank each last one of you for liking, hitting that like and subscribe button. Till the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.